Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Desperados 3, grabbing the 5 Good Shots achievement. This is to beat the last mission. I'm going to be showing you the strategy to do it, especially if you aren't so good at the game because you use cheat codes to skip through pretty much all of the game. But nonetheless, we are going to use cheat codes anyways to get through this last mission. Head into options, plug in a USB keyboard, type in "this is not supported," all one word, no caps. That should give you the dev commands. Dev commands are going to be listed right here. There's a controller option as well as a keyboard and mouse option depending on what platform you are on. Obviously, this is done on mission number 16, the last mission. So we're going to start out. You should have access to all 5 characters at the start. Make sure you turn invisibility and immortality on all 5 of them before you get started. So just make sure you go around the rotation and make sure everyone is all buffed up. Hit right on the D-pad and then hit A. That should show you the location of where you need to get going. All you have to do is just use the warp cheat on all 5 characters and then just bring everyone up, and that should start the last part of the mission without you actually having to play through the first part. Now, for this part of the mission, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to make sure you take out every single one of these gunmen at the same time. So it's going to be a little tricky. You can't use the kill cheat to do it, since that will obviously not work, since you can't use the kill cheat to kill a ton of people at once. But you can use the kill cheat to take out all of the surrounding people. So do that if you really want to. Shouldn't really matter since you have invisibility on anyways. So make sure you do that if you want. Then what you want to do is want to make sure you rotate the camera so it looks a little something like this with the church at the top of the screen. Then what you have to do is you have to make sure you bring your characters into some very specific positions. So we're going to start out in the upper right. Make sure you warp Voodoo up here. Then what you want to do is want to make sure you switch over to Kate. Kate is going to go in the bottom right here. So make sure you bring her right there. Next to her, you want to make sure you bring in McCoy. So swap over to him and then warp him to right over here. And then what you want to do is want to make sure you end up using Trapper, and then he's going to go in the upper left. So your characters are going to be positioned a little something like this. As for the actual strategy we are going to use to defeat the last boss, what you want to do is want to make sure you start out by switching back to Voodoo. So make sure you rotate that back around. I also recommend making a quick save before you get this started, so in case you do make a mistake, you can just back up from here without having to reset everything up. So first part of this is to use Voodoo's Connect Dart ability. You want to make sure you connect the 2 enemies in the upper right. That way, if you kill one of them, the other one will go down. Then we're going to hit up to enter Showdown mode so we can program our commands we're going to use. You want to make sure you kill whatever guard is closest to you with Voodoo. Then switch over to Kate. Make sure you use her pistol to take out the guard on the bottom right here. She can only take out one person at a time, unfortunately, so she's just going to work on this one person. Then we're going to move over to McCoy, use his sniper rifle to take out the guard next to him. So make sure you do that. Again, he can only take out one person at a time, which is going to leave the last 4 enemies up to Trapper. Switch over to him and then make sure you switch over to his shotgun. And then what you have to do is you have to make sure you try to fit all 4 people within the cone of the shotgun. You can barely do it at this angle from the upper left, but try to fit everyone in, and then once you are ready, hit the Y button to execute the plan. If everyone happened to be positioned correctly, all 8 members of the gang should end up dying, as well as the final boss himself. Once the cutscene finishes playing out, you should be good for the last story-based achievement in the game. There it is, 15 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.